Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, October 9th. I'm Tamara Sacharczyk. This is an NBC 10 coffee break, so let's get you caught up with your headlines for the morning. Zero tolerance for street takeovers. That's the message from Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey, as several legal meetups have happened in the state, including in Fall River, Boston, and Brockton.
Perpetrators are from Massachusetts. Other perpetrators are coming into Massachusetts. But whether you're in Massachusetts or you think about coming to Massachusetts, you are not welcome to engage in that conduct at any time, in any place, anywhere in this state.
So Governor Healey says people are communicating online to meet up for street racing. 5 people were arrested at a meetup Sunday night in Fall River, and in Boston, 2 Rhode Island men were arrested in connection with a violent confrontation where, as you can see right there, a police cruiser was set on fire. We've heard a lot about that. That was a melee involving about 100 people. The 2 men from Rhode Island involved in that pleaded not guilty. All right, if you walked outside this morning, a chilly start to the day. I was very tempted to turn on my heat this morning, but I held out for now, AJ. So will I be switching gears with that in the coming days?
It's a good question, Tammy. If you make it through tonight, I think you'll be all right. But temperatures tonight definitely going to be a lot colder than what we saw out there for this morning. All in all, yeah, it's a very brisk day overall. Definitely feeling the fall chill across the region. We've actually seen a sustained wind around 15 miles per hour much of this morning. So it's just making some of these fall temperatures just feel that much colder. Now, highs for the afternoon only the mid to upper 50s. So that's well below average for this time of year. As we head forward tonight, we do have freeze warnings for the majority of the region. In and around Narragansett Bay, it's only a frost advisory, so not expecting as much widespread frost, but I would say essentially anywhere 5 miles away from the water or 5 miles away from any city areas like Providence, Fall River, New Bedford, likely seeing a decent frost as we wake up for early tomorrow morning. So if you got any sensitive plants that have been outside for much of the fall season thus far, tonight might want to be one of those nights you kind of bring them in for a night if you're looking to still kind of have them outside. Now, as we head for tomorrow morning, low temperatures dipping down upper 20s through Taunton, western Rhode Island, likely around 32 degrees for the 95 corridor away from the Providence area. And then as we head for tomorrow afternoon, temperatures actually going to be a little bit warmer than today. I think we'll garner the low 60s. We're mid 60s for Saturday afternoon, but we got bright sunshine today and tomorrow. That changes on Saturday. We'll start off the day with a decent amount of sun, but by day's end, we're turning mostly cloudy. And that's ahead of our next weather maker. So you probably heard a little bit of the rumblings for this potential nor'easter as we head for early next week. It's looking like it'll be making its mark on our region Sunday, Monday, as well as Tuesday, pushing in from the south, potentially leading to instances of heavy rain, strong winds, even some coastal flooding not out of the question, as this will be a fairly large storm, and actually some swell from another hurricane that could be forming may impact that as well. So we're keeping eyes on that. The timing for this looks to be for Sunday morning through Monday, even potentially lingering for Tuesday, depending on the track of the storm. The most impacted likely will be our coastal locations in terms of flooding potential and those gusty winds, but still a lot of uncertainty pertaining to that system that we got to nail down here in the coming days. So, Tammy, the big news, at least for now, will be these bitter temperatures as we wake up tomorrow morning. Going to be falling down into the 20s and some 30s. Warmest for Providence down towards Narragansett Bay. If you're by the ocean, that'll be one of the warmest locations. But aside from that, bundling up tomorrow morning at the bus stop, heading off to work early in the morning. I'm off, Tammy, so I'll be inside. I'll keep the window cracked. I will not be opening it too much because I think my apartment might be a little bit too cold. But if you make it through the night without heat, I'll be impressed.
I have a feeling I will not. I'm not ready for this cold yet, AJ, but buckle up, right?
Me neither. Exactly right. The 80 degrees earlier this week definitely making it feel a little bit worse than if it was more moderate of a trend down. I think we'd be in better shape, but it's what it is.
Drop off. All right, AJ, thank you.
Yeah.
Music fans, listen to this one. Icon Dolly Parton says she's okay and she is not dying yet. Yesterday, Parton posted a video to social media and cleared up recent rumors about her health. Loyal fans were on high alert when her sister made an online appeal for prayers Tuesday night. People were especially worried because the 79-year-old had postponed some upcoming performances. It looks like we're having trouble actually hearing what she's saying, but Parton did announce that she was postponing her December concerts in Las Vegas due to some health challenges. She was set to perform 6 shows at the Coliseum at Caesars Place in her first Vegas residency in over 30 years. So those shows have now been rescheduled. They're set up for September of 2026. The foreclosure auction for the Conjuring House has now been canceled. It was supposed to happen on Halloween, but J.J. Manning Auctioneer says Needham Bank sold the underlying mortgage loan for the Burrowville property. It's not clear yet who the buyer is. That is the big question, but a spokesperson said the buyer will now have to complete the foreclosure. So we are staying on top of that story for you. And speaking of closures, the upcoming closure of Newport Creamery in Garden City has hit home for many of us. That location. But there's one group that's truly hoping the developers will reconsider this decision. Every Wednesday morning for about 18 years, the Romeo Club, which stands for Retired Old Men Eating Out, meets for breakfast there. Here they are right there on your screen. But recently, a wrench was thrown into their plans. The owners of Garden City, of course, decided that they're not going to renew Newport Creamery's lease after 64 years, and they plan to close the business next year.
Takeover should reconsider, destroying a landmark and destroying a place that just not our group, but other people come here. And young families, old families, it's a community that is going to be disrupted.
Obviously, there's a big push to keep Newport Creamery within Cranston, and everyone's hoping that they can find a new location. So regardless of what happens to this specific building, the group says they plan to continue meeting, even if it's at a different location. All right, well, that does it for us for Coffee Break. Those were your headlines for this morning. Thanks for joining us. We have weather updates throughout the day on our website, turn2ten.com. You can also download the NBC 10 News app. And we'll be back here on the news at noon with everything you need to know for the day ahead. So stay warm, stay bundled up today, and especially tomorrow. And we'll see you later. Bye.